Men, becoming a self-sufficient man. Now, I've been thinking on this a lot the past few days. Now, men, we know what we need to do. We know exactly what it is that we have to do. But what we have to understand now is it's the small action steps for the day. It's the minor things that we're not placing our focus on. Too many men get caught up on all the fancy stuff and trying to take these big major action steps without realizing that for you to be fully self-sufficient, for you to be 100% be able to rely on yourself and to take care of yourself, you need to build your self-discipline, of course, but really looking at ways to maximize your energy and focused on the smaller details in your life. For example, like what time that you go to bed. Yeah, the time that you spend on your phone. All these wee gaps that you have throughout the day that can increase your focus, your energy, and remove any extra distractions that do not need to be in your life, because you can get up and have 10 action steps that you're taking that day. You smash all 10 of them, right? But you're still leaving holes and gaps where distractions are still seeping in. But you've got too complacent. You've told yourself that I'm still able to get these action steps done, so it doesn't matter that I'm leaving these extra gaps open. Now, what I'm here to tell you today is those extra gaps that you're leaving open, I want you to question them and ask yourself, do you genuinely need them for energy, right? Or do you have to have a hard and open, honest conversation with yourself on ways to minimize them and to really use that time efficiently, more wisely, maybe have a more effective way of downtime, meditation, clear your mind, journaling to gather data, or anything along those lines. But it's so important that we know now that we need to really maximize 2026, because me and you, right, mate, we know what we need to do, right? 120%. You know the action steps, behaviors, the habits that you need to lock on, especially in this year. But it's just not happening, right? But I want you to think bigger and understand that for you to be a fully self-sufficient man and to get the best results that you possibly can this year and increase your energy, limit your distractions, and place that into your business, your development, your growth, your family, your training, your fitness, your boxing, whatever it is that you do, your results can hit a new level. A totally new level. For example, now, a good few years ago, when I started to make the changes in my life, right, I had no education, pish poor at reading, right? I got asked to leave school, had no qualifications, okay? Now, I was in a dark spot, right? And I knew that I had to start now, at that moment in time, to try and change my life. Now, obviously, not a lot of experience, right? But I knew that something had to change. So I opened the books. I started reading, started studying, doing it for hours per day. Now, fast forward to now, we've built our business, our online coaching program, the Leader 365. We have built into a boxer, and we are really moving in ways that I never thought could be possible at that moment in time, at the very beginning. Now, along that way, I've let habits drop, habits slip, because obviously I've built a new life. And there's areas that I've maybe got complacent in, like my studying, like my reading, like getting up that extra bit earlier in the morning. Yes, I was getting up earlier, but I knew that I could be getting up even earlier to get and maximize work. So that's what I mean by thinking on the smaller details. Because if you're able to get up earlier, let's say 1 hour earlier, okay, what you can do in that 1 hour, and if you build that, right, that has a compound effect for your results for the rest of your life, for the rest of the next 3 to 5 years. If you can really knuckle down and make that a lifestyle of choice. So you know the major steps you need to do, right? You know you need to train. You know you need to look after your body. You know you need to look after your mindset. But I'm asking you, what areas do you need to improve in those specific pillars that we just were speaking on there? How can you improve your training? What smaller details do you need to improve on? How can you increase your energy? What smaller details do you need to improve on? How can you improve your nutrition? What plans, what habits, what behaviours do you have to build? Because you can only build them as you're aware of them and you start to place action on to them every day. We can all do better no matter what level we are at. But the key, man, is to become self-sufficient. When we're self-sufficient, we can rely on ourselves. And that's all it means. We can rely on ourselves. And when you rely on yourself, you have self-trust. Then you have confidence. Then you have a demeanour. Then you have momentum. Then you have action. And when you have action, with the back end of all the work we just spoken on, your life can accelerate to a whole new level. And the key, man, is you don't need anyone to fucking help you. Because you can do it yourself. Yes, you'll meet the right people along the way. I'm not saying you don't need any help. But what I'm saying here is you'll be so self-sufficient that you can build the life that you want at any moment's notice. At any moment's notice. You might not have acquired it right here, right now. But you know, with your work ethic, your discipline, the habits that you live by, the behaviours that you adopt each and every day that are part of your subconscious mind, then everything will fall into place. But for you to have that kind of self-trust and that self-confidence, you need to be self-sufficient. Put it this way, so if you want to develop, let's say you want to develop skills in your craft by studying an hour a day. If you're confident in yourself to pull that off every day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, you know in 1 year's time, your knowledge, your skill level is going to be a whole new level. But if you don't trust in yourself, then you're not confident enough that you can follow through with that word. There's two different lanes of operation there. There's two different lanes of thinking there. But if you're a man who's self-sufficient, you know you're capable of telling yourself to do something, then you'll go and do it. You'll develop any skill you have to develop. You'll achieve any goal that you want to achieve. You'll accomplish anything that you truly set your mind out to accomplish. No matter how long it takes, your mind's set on it, and that's self-sufficiency. So that's a key area, man, that we have to develop now, as of today. We have to do that right now at this moment in time. Ponder on it. But there's different levels to this. There's different levels to this, 120%. But you have to decide. Now I'm closing up for today. We were up early. We had a busy day with clients, with calls, building our systems and finalising a few stuff for the Leader 365. We have trained today as well. We had our, what day are we on today? We had our first strength conditioning session of the week, Wednesday today, and we done a bit of boxing. Just shadow boxing today for 40 minutes. I usually have a training session planned, but my energy was not at the highest because, again, we're up early and we've been extremely busy today, but we got it done and we had a light 40-minute run as well. We've got a rest day tomorrow, our only rest day of the week, and again we get back-to-back plans tomorrow. I had a run for my day now, so tomorrow we're getting up at 5 a.m. We're going to study our craft for 40 minutes. Then we're going to upload a quick YouTube video. I'll upload this one tonight. We've got another one to upload tomorrow that we've already done. Then we've got to do some work on our systems, client check-ins, reply to a few clients and men inside our Leader 365 program. Then we're doing a Facebook Live for our free community group that we have 54 men inside. The topic is on my laptop. It's not. I can't remember what the topic is as of now, but we get the notes ready tomorrow. Then we've got a class at 9:15 at the gym we're currently working at, and we've got a client in at 10 in-person PT. Then we're doing our notes for our mindset masterclass call that we offer for our men in the program that we're delivering on Monday. Our weekly call, building the community, setting the standards. Then we have a call at 1 p.m. with a client, a call at 1:30 p.m. Then we've got an in-person client at 4, 5, and a class at 6. Then we've got a call at 7, and we've got a call at 8 with someone looking to join the program. So that's our day tomorrow. We are maxed out, we're busy, and we're moving in progression towards the vision that we have, and we will get there 120% because I believe myself that we can do it, and that's what we truly represent. But the key is who you truly believe yourself to be. We can do all the action and take all those steps, but if you're missing the mark on the belief, on your identity, on the man that you believe to be in here, or at least you're trying to work on it, then that's the key. If you're not working on your identity and you're working on internal stuff as well, then your vision, your goal, your outcome will not materialize in the way that you hope that it will materialize in. So men, be self-sufficient. That's the whole point of this video. Ramble on a wee bit today. We had no plan of action for this video or topic. We just kind of started speaking as we began. I had a few things I wanted to speak on today, but that's the level and the area we're speaking on today. So self-sufficiency, adapt it, apply it, and make sure you